Into the barn we go. Obviously, tons of stuff. And up to the shack. Or field day, whatever you want to call it. So this is the area that we have. Set up a propane heater. There's the coax line. And over here is out the back window to the antenna. Yeah, as we go back over here. It's not perfect, but it's going to get a little loud as soon as I get set up. But we have plenty of space. It's about 20 feet across. And actually what we're going to do is going to wall this in from there to there, probably about 10-12 feet deep, and then all the way across so it can stay warmer. There's a hatch over there, or like a, I guess, stuff for loading hay in, if that's they had hay, that we blanketed over and put visqueen on, and get set up in a minute. Heat. We have heat. Probably gets to be about 80 degrees up here in about a matter of 5 minutes, if less, if not less. Everything's actually running at half power, which is actually kind of cool. We do keep it well ventilated up here, so that won't be a problem. Okay, so here we go. This is the station setup. We have an Astron power supply at Stephen Kinford, NAWB. He's a friend of mine. Brought that over to throw it in as part of the station PSU that we can leave out here. The radio is a Yaesu 897D. Turn the volume down a bit. The radio is a Yaesu 897D, sorry, and with the FT 897, or the FT meter for the LDG products, it actually rigs into the bottom of the radio down here, and with the AT897 Plus auto tuner, and it's rigged to the radio. So we already showed you the antenna. It's the off-center fed dipole by radio waves. It's a 80 through 10 meter supposedly multi-band antenna, and we're going to take a look and see with the new configuration how our SWR is. There we go. Let's take a look. We're currently about kind of the middle of the 10 meters to start. So let's see where we're at. This is NB8I test. NB8I test. And I'm getting about a 1.5 on the meter, which is actually pretty good. Power out currently is go to menu 75, and it's at 100 watts. So let's boggy you around here and let's take a peek. And get out of there. And let's pop down to upper sideband. Alright, so what we're going to do now is go down to 20 meters, and there's activity.
Victor Echo 7 India Sierra Portable Whiskey 7 testing.
Oh, at least you're receiving stuff. That's half the battle. an open frequency here.
130, I got one to beat that. I would TS 120, go.
Let's check this. This is NB8I checking if frequency is clear. So I'm getting about a 1.5 on that. This is NB8I checking if frequency is clear. And my power out. This is NB8I checking if frequency is clear. Let's take a look down. WWV on 10 megahertz is coming in like a charm, which is good. Sweet. On 40 meters. Alright, 7244. This is NB8I test. NB8I test. That seems to be a 1-to-1 match at 40. This is NB8I test, NB8I test. And of course I'm not doing any tuning. But it looks really sweet at 40 meters, which is good. Let's take a look at 80 meters really quick. This is NB8I test, NB8I test. So obviously I'm getting a good SWR at that point. This is NB8I test, NB8I test. And if we look over here, this is NB8I test, NB8I test. So it looks like I'm putting out some power, which is good. NB8I test, NB8I test. That's real good. Again, raising that center feed line, or the center feed point on that dipole up to about 35-40 feet is a real help, to say the least. So it was probably at 15 feet before, which is pretty dismal.
Down there, excuse me, and
now the next test that I need to take care of, or at least to find out, is I need to start making some call outs to verify whether or not any RF's in the shack, that kind of thing. So I'm going to give that a whirl next, so stand by. Alright, we've gotten a couple QSOs on 20 meters. We got Pat N5PAR in Dallas, Texas, and Noel, who was a Whiskey Sugar 7 X-ray in Salt Lake City, which was actually kind of cool. And then I had a minimal contact with a K4 Zulu Kilo uniform in Virginia. So now I'm going to jump to 40 meters and see what we can kind of come out with. Give me a signal report up that way, please. This is November Bravo 8 India.
you were fluctuating between 5.8 and 5.9. There's a little bit of QM area on the band, bit of stuff going on, but a fairly solid 5.8, 5.9. The audio sounds good, nice and strong, no trouble there. You know how it is, you can have a good 5.9 table, but if you got no audio, you got nothing, but no, you sound great.
All right. Thank you very much for the report. You are also 5'9" here into Ohio. You're a little overmodulated. It's like you're kind of like drifting in and out. It's like it seems like you're overloading your mic a little bit. Are you running your gain compression a little high? Back to you.
I might be a little on the high side. I might just be a little overdeveloped with the Does it sound a bit better there now?
That's affirmative. Yeah, that cleared it up a little bit. Thank you very much. What kind of rig are you running up there in antenna? Back to you, Rick.
Sure, just running slowly here on this end. ICOM 765, stock mic, Drake L7, running on low power right now, so it's probably putting out about 700 whiskey, something like that. And just shoving it into a dipole. I got a dipole mounted on an old TV tower up at about 45 feet. Those are the conditions on this end. Like that, to you, Mark.
Affirmative on that. I'm at a location out in North Royalton, Ohio, which is about 10 miles south of Cleveland, and we're running kind of a field condition here. I'm running an 897D at 100 watts running barefoot, and we put up our first antenna out at this location. It was basically an off-center fed Wyndham dipole, 80 through 10 meters, so it's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none. But it seems to be getting out quite well. We did a reconfiguration on it today since the weather is a little bit nicer than it has been, about 40 degrees. So we kind of braved the elements a little bit and got out there and restrung it, and seem to be getting a lot better results with it. Back to you, Rick.
Okay, very good, very good. Yeah, can't even speak. Off-center fed dipole. Say that 5 times quick. I've never had one, but I've read about them quite a bit, and they sound like a pretty good idea, especially depending on what your piece of property is like.
All right, another shot of the shack. What we had done was we increased the wireless capability out here. We installed basically a new DSL modem and router in the house, and actually right now I'm going to test it and see if we actually get online here. So before with the previous wireless router, we barely got a bar out this far, so we bought I think it was an N600 Netgear series router and such. And part of the idea is that, you know, we just bring a laptop out and we could get on QRZ, QRZ.com, for those of you that don't know, so we can actually pull up some stuff. And it appears that I have a wireless connection. Let's take a peek. And we have 2 bars. Okay, well, seems like everything's cool. So I am the new guy at this. I always like to save a copy of the ham bands close by, so I don't get too far out of pocket here, so to speak. Although I am an extra, so there is no such thing as being out of frequency. Almost, but not quite. Not as much as I would have to worry about if I was a tech or a general, which is the reason, one of the reasons that I got the extra in the first place. And we are now successful. So QRZ, no sweat. Do a quick search here for N8WB, which is Stefan. That's a quick get up. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, N8WC. Okay, whatever works. But that's that, which is good. So I can look stuff up, and I can hang out here and stay reasonably warm, which is nice.